month
Indeed.
of July. Hello, it is so good to see you. Welcome to VO Journey Academy Live. My name is Anthony,
I'm Gabby.
and it's a heat wave.
Oh my God, is it ever?
It's a heat wave. Man, it is hot, and you've been having
Yeah,
blackouts
I've
and
been having like random just
eesh.
power outages. Just yeah, it's
What a
fun. It's
world.
fun.
What a world. Well, it is good to see you all today. Let's see. It is, like I said, the 31st, a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So we are almost to the weekend. And today we are, as always, talking about really important voiceover stuff. Stuff that's
Super
important in
important.
voiceover. Um, Make sure you hit that
Tax
like and
week.
subscribe button if you
Damn it.
haven't run away screaming. And also hit that bell notification
It's
because
so
you need to be
funny.
notified by a bell.
It's so funny too because all week I feel like we've had really like great attendance on the lives, but nobody's talking,
I
right?
know.
Nobody wants to say anything because it's taxes. So everybody's
It's
just like,
it's
I'm gonna
like
alert.
it's like the
I'm gonna
tax.
alert.
It's like don't say anything. The tax
Yeah.
man's gonna pop
Yeah.
out. They're gonna find us. Hey, Kat, good to see you. But yes, absolutely. Make and also please leave a comment, say hello, and please do chat with us. It is
And
okay.
ask
Just
us
chat and say, hey, hey, what's
questions.
up?
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm alive. I'm VOing. All that kind of stuff. Um, so today, Gabby,
Mhm.
we are finishing up our week of taxes,
I think so, yeah.
and we are I think we decided, right, that we were going to chat about a very important part of all of this, and that is, managing all of your numbers, all of these things through the different software that's out there, the different tools we have
Mhm.
to take care of taxes, but reality, your financial business numbers in general, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about, Gabby, kick us off with what are some general tools you recommend for people to use?
Oh boy. All right. So first parts to this in that you have to have software that connects to your bank accounts that helps you to track your expenses and your, receivables and payables, right? And so it's going to allow you to reconcile your books, and it is what's going to allow you to track your expenses for your accountant and also do things like a profit and loss statement and like reporting, right? So there's loads of options, right? There's QuickBooks, QuickBooks Online, there's Zero, which is what I use. There's a company called Wave that a lot of people are really fond of. There's so many, but it doesn't matter what you use as long as it integrates.
Hmm.
That's the big thing, right? It has to integrate and communicate well with other systems because otherwise, holy shit, the effort you're putting in is crazy town and not worth it. So, yeah, make sure it connects to your bank account, make sure it connects to things like Stripe and PayPal and Square, make sure that and this should also be your primary invoicing system that allows you to send invoices, receive invoices, right? It's more than just taxes. It's a really, really integral part of your business.
Definitely.
Wow. And in
Definitely.
some cases, it also acts as a CRM. Like it can really kill a lot of birds, you know?
Well, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, a lot of the tools, they now they've just integrated so much into them
Mm-hmm.
that you can do everything, right? And I think, yes, I
Really,
mean, you
yeah.
can definitely, I believe you can invoice.
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can do all sorts of things. So I know for my business, so I use TurboTax. Wait. I use. Oh, were you talking about TurboTax?
No,
TurboTax or
no, no.
QuickBooks?
This is so QuickBooks,
QuickBooks.
QuickBooks,
Yeah.
and similar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sorry. I don't know where TurboTax is. Just the
All
tax
good.
thing in my mind.
Too many
No.
things. Yep.
Anyways. Yeah. So I use QuickBooks, and I have to say, it is. So a couple things. Depending on if you how you accept payments as well. QuickBooks integrates with these things,
Mm-hmm.
and if you are someone who accepts multiple payments or whatever, it's a lifesaver
Oh God, yes.
because it really does, it tracks everything, and also the cool thing about it is that you can assign account managers.
Mm-hmm.
So my bookkeepers, my CPA, or my tax people,
Mm-hmm.
they have access to
Mm-hmm.
these things that allows them to manage them, and it's where we generate all of the reports.
Isn't it funny how, okay, so I don't know about you, but right, like back in the day, like I had a shoebox, literally like a box, and I
Mm,
just threw all my receipts in it,
mhm.
and then you had to go through them and you had to do all this manual labor. And sometimes I think people still believe that that's how it works, that like, you show up with like a banker's box of crap and papers for if you do that, your tax person will charge you like another mortgage. Like they they don't do that anymore. They don't play those reindeer games. They're very much like organize your stuff, have the right software. Hell, some of these companies even insist that you use a software that they prefer and
Right.
that can get kind of pricey. So, just keep that in mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And so okay, so I think that's I mean, clearly QuickBooks is a big one
Yeah.
that we use,
Mhm.
that use a lot. Um, the one thing that I think we all should use no matter what, and it's old school, but it really is extremely important, is set yourself up a spreadsheet either in, you know, Microsoft or Google Drive or
Yeah.
whatever to all this week we've been talking about expenses. And one thing that, so okay, so actually Gabby, let me ask you this.
Mm.
So like in my account or my QuickBooks account, I don't actually run, so all of my personal accounts, right? They're separate as we should from our business accounts,
Mhm.
right? So, but because as we've talked about this week, unless you're an S corp or whatever,
Mhm.
sometimes you'll pay business expenses unexpectedly or sometimes through your personal account.
Mhm.
And if that's not connected to your QuickBooks account,
Mhm.
right, you have to have another way to track that,
Mhm. Mhm.
expenses,
Mhm.
miles on your truck,
Mhm.
all those
Mhm.
things.
Mhm.
Do you have them separated too, or do you have everything running through QuickBooks?
I don't even use QuickBooks, so
Oh,
I use
oh,
Zero,
oh, okay. Oh, zero.
and
Okay.
everything integrates. Yes, everything. I
Okay.
have everything integrated so
Okay.
that I know at all times where all my money is and where it's going and
Mm.
what its pathway. Yes.
Gotcha. Well, so actually, that's not true. Actually, I do have every bank account is on there, but I still find it because what happens is under my personal accounts, it some things are business expenses and some things are not.
Mhm.
So no matter what, and I can tell you this for me, you've got people who are dealing with multiple accounts or multiple people. They don't know. I mean, if you work with them long enough, they begin to know a little bit more about, of course, what you're doing. But I find that it's super important, especially the time when you go in or they're asking you for your information, to
Mm.
have a spreadsheet of your own where you're
Mhm.
tracking
Mhm.
these expenses, keeping receipts. I'm
Mhm.
bad. I literally keep my receipts in my wallet. No, but like and I mark them.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
mean,
but
I do too. I still, it's funny because I still have the banker box. I just throw
right.
everything into it, and at the end of the year, I just shut the lid on it because I do everything digital. But it's a backup. It's just in case it's ever asked for, kind of thing. But yeah,
Absolutely.
and so okay, so a lot of the software stuff is like the logistics. Like it's the first real, I think, learning curve for most people because that's how they understand how all of these things connect and how they all work together. Like reconciling is, one of those tasks where it's a little bit of a pain in the butt and you've got to really carve out time at least once a month to go, okay, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to reconcile my accounts and go through all of these expenditures and categorize them and decide what they were and where they go and how they're being expensed if if they're being expensed.
Right.
Um, Kat was asking, which do you prefer, QuickBooks or QuickBooks Online? Now, I've heard this argument from multiple because they are very different, very different. And I think a lot of people are moving to the online simply because it's fully mobile and you can pull it up from anywhere. Um, that's how Zero works for me. I can access it anywhere, anytime.
I use
But
online
yeah.
because, again, like it really works well for me because I have, managers who also are on it.
Mm,
So, it can be accessed anywhere
yep.
from any terminal. So that's, yeah, so I use online.
I understand that it's not quite as robust as
So I don't know. I mean, the one that we use, maybe we have an advanced version. I don't know, but
mm,
it seems darn robust to me. Like that thing is, I mean, I guess it could always be more, but I don't even know. I mean, which is bad, but like 80% of it
mm,
on there, I'm like, I have no idea what the heck these things are. Or I'm not using, I mean, like,
yeah.
because, remember, I mean, it could scale right to a really large, really, really large business.
Again,
Um,
there's a lot of functionality on these things we
mhm,
don't use as voice
right,
actors. It's
right.
just way above our needs and our day to day.
Oh, yeah.
But nice to know the options are there if you ever need them.
Yes, yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, so I use yeah, I use online.
yeah,
Um
makes sense. Okay.
all right.
What other tools do you use for tax?
So
Duh.
okay. So I think one of the biggest tools, and we're gonna say it even though we've both of us been alluding to it, and I've
Mm,
said it before you said it, is people. I know I just said, I have a bookkeeper, I have a
mm-hmm,
tax accountant.
mm-hmm,
Those I know it's strange to say that's a tool, but I think it's extremely important to not overlook this because these people are paramount.
mm-hmm,
Because I think about, okay, where do I get my reports from? Where do I get, like who's actually putting the taxes together? Who puts my estimated payments that I'm supposed
mm.
to be making quarterly together? Who, now I have for example, my tax accountant also has power of attorney, so they can work with the IRS on my behalf. There's a lot that I cannot tell you how much weight it lifts off of your shoulders to have a team tools like that. So the human aspect to this, having a team, and again, you would think this would be like, oh well, that's something I can't afford. They're unbelievable. I mean, they really are unbelievably affordable comparative to what they save you and what they do.
I mean, compared to an audit, they're cheap. So that's usually how we look at it. Um,
Mm, mm, mm.
the other program I use a lot is, well, I mean, a lot's an understatement, is Gusto. And
Mm.
so for me, Gusto and Zero integrate, and Gusto is my payroll software.
Okay.
And that's how I pay myself and I keep track of myself as an employee
Okay.
and what I'm earning. And that's also how I pay taxes on my paycheck and then how I pay quarterlies. Yeah.
Very nice. So I have, and it could be that I got not stuck in it, but I'm sure you used too. I mean, so do you accept PayPal and Stripe?
Hmm. Yep.
Okay. So there are, of course, a bunch of these different, places that you'll accept money that also produce a lot of reports as well.
Hmm.
And so I we definitely use all of that.
Mm,
Um, Yeah, but honestly, through those tools, besides that and not the manual tool keeping, I don't. That's basically what I use.
yeah.
And then the people that I have, right, rely heavily on them.
Hmm.
But I will say this to everybody too. Here's the thing. I think it is extremely important, and of course we would all say this before, but it is to know, still to understand your financial reports, understand what is actually, numbers, bottom line numbers,
Mm,
expenses, income expenses, understand assets and liabilities, being able to read a balance sheet, being able to read a profit and loss statement. It's funny. None of us got into voiceover thinking, that would be something we need to do.
So true.
But, right, in the end, we're running a business.
Mm-hmm.
And these things are essential to keeping the lights on and
Mm-hmm.
growing our business. And it will expand. And here's the thing, it's your business, which means you will know
Yeah,
more about it than anyone else,
you should.
which means that there will be situations where you'll be like, oh, wait a minute, that's not right. Or, hey, you missed a huge, which happened to me. You missed a huge chunk of expenses. We need to fix that,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
right? The government thinks that it's pocketing all that money,
Yep.
right? So, it's important to be able to, to read and understand those things and to have conversations
Oh
about them. And it's not, no one want, I mean, no, how many of us walking around, hey, let's talk about a balance sheet? I mean, that's like, the things, but I can tell you. So I had, okay, so, but I had this real, and oh my gosh, I'm going to tell you this. It's a real quick story. Like, oh God, here he goes again. But here's the story. So I'll never forget when I went full time as a voice actor. I, I sat down with I looked at my balance. I'm like, I made it. I made it. I did it. I accomplished my dream. I am now full
Oh.
time, and then you inevitably sit down and you look around. You're like, okay, well, now what? Okay.
Oh.
But I sat down with my balance sheet, my profit and loss, my balance sheet. And I look at my balance sheet and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, assets. There was some money in the bank.
Okay.
There was a few pieces of equipment,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Okay,
Mm.
like so anyways, but I mean, from an asset, so I'm looking at, and then you have your liabilities, and
Right.
anyways, point I'm trying to make to you is, I look at this and I think to myself, okay, what is it that I have in this business? I guess this is getting a little more deep. That's not just me,
Mm.
right? Like we talked about this the other day, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about this, right? If and it spurred on in my mind the original idea for something like Academy Voices,
Right.
or something like, partnering with more voice actors to create something more robust than just me by myself.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And the reason I bring all that up was because that was inspired, at least in my mind, by me looking at these numbers, thinking this is great, but what do I actually own here?
Right. 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 Right.
Does that make sense?
It does. It does for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a process. It's not necessarily a fun process, but I will also throw this out at you guys. The local chamber of commerces, the local, every city area has like not only chambers, but you have like commerce
Oh my
associations
gosh, yes,
for
the Chamber of
business
Commerce.
owners and like right, these places love, 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 love to put on free workshops and free seminars and like they do all kinds of stuff to help you as a new business owner better understand this stuff. So take advantage of those because they're
Absolutely.
fantastic. And you can often talk with tax professionals, HR people, payroll people, and ask a ton of questions. Um,
Thank you for bringing up the Chamber of Commerce,
yeah,
because I think it's so pivotal,
it's
and
underutilized.
it is very underutilized, right? Because it's like this random building or place where
Hmm.
these mystical people
Right.
who are just all about
Agenda.
business and are supposed to be there to help you pretty much for
Hmm.
free.
Yeah.
And but who would go there?
Right.
Like,
Right.
who would go? I mean, and it's like but it's really amazing. It's
Mhm.
really great, and there's so many business people that are usually part of it that
Yeah.
help, and you can get great, which I always thought was interesting for us, right? Because the whole point is we're trying to meet people.
Right.
So Tracy had put up that she uses a program called Genius to scan and phone. Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. Receipts fade. Here's another little tip. I'm just throwing it out there for whatever you may want to do with it. Studio repairs.
Oh, yeah.
So many studio repairs.
Oh, yeah. Many, many, many. Many repairs.
Many studio repairs.
Many repairs to my general
Um,
area.
You've had a whole home repaired going on over there.
I
Whole
mean,
construction.
I have had some really interesting, especially in the last year, man, and it's all directly in my studio space, so it's expensible.
I love
That's
it.
the only good news about it.
I love it.
Um,
Kat said maybe offer to do a VO for your chamber. I mean,
you
it's
certainly can.
interesting how much we can. I mean, we have the power to do all of this.
Mhm.
And many of us are decently positioned to create even little, easy ads ourselves, right? Where you can do the
Mhm.
voiceover, make an image, add a little
Absolutely.
royalty-free background music, and now you've got a social post that you can say, "Hey, check this out.
Yep.
I made this for you."
Yep.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of ways that we
Mhm.
can get involved with that stuff and often make a lot of really good connections.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, everybody, this is this is good. I mean, I'm very happy that we talked about this topic this week because it is like you said, it's one of those topics where it affects all of us
Mm.
in a big way. All of us, not every single one of us, but it is one of those things where it's like doesn't always feel that fun,
No.
it's like a necessary evil, right? That you
No,
have to
I
do this and
know.
be aware of it.
It's
So,
so
but I'm very happy
true.
we talked about it.
Me too. I think it
Yes,
was very worthwhile.
I
Tomorrow,
agree.
as we know, is Open Forum Friday. Bring your questions.
Open Forum
We will
Friday,
just chat and
August
BS and
1st.
oh my God,
It is August 1st. It is my wife's and ours 21st anniversary.
gross, Anthony.
Isn't that
Congratulations. That's
crazy
disgusting.
town?
Okay.
Crazy town. Yeah, it is
So,
wonderful.
so gross.
She's
Enjoy.
still with me, so that's something pretty.
Hey!
She's amazing, is what it is. I'm a lucky guy. Um, Next week, talk more about DAW and editing.
Yeah, it's a
We
possibility.
could. We've
I will
already. I know we've
certainly
talked about.
write it down.
Yeah, yeah. We definitely can talk about it. Definitely can talk about it.
Cool.
All right.
All right,
Well, you
friends.
guys, thank you so much. We had a. By the way, we had a wonderful thing yesterday, and I wanted to bring it back up today, real quick. Remember, if you are just starting out in voiceover and you're still like you're working on your studio, you're not even setting anything up. The question was, hey, is this the right time to be a part of VO Journey Academy, right? Which is where
Mm,
we help voice actors, grow their voiceover business. The answer is yes. This is a great time now, especially. I would highly recommend that if anyone is not there, come now, and I'll tell you why. We are moving into a busy season. This is a good time to get yourself locked in the right mindset with the right community and to get yourself moving forward. Like we have all the holidays are coming up. I'm so
oh my gosh.
excited,
Yeah.
and for not just because I love holidays, because I love work and all that jazz. So it's a lot of fun. So it's a great time to get
Yeah.
involved with us.
It's
We'd love to
true.
have you. Well, you guys have a wonderful Thursday, and we will see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.